Hello subscribers and non-subscribers, and welcome back to Let's Play Stellaris, Roma, Invicta, where we are finishing off our war against the Muban Empire. Technically it's a war against the Lemugian Confederation, but we declared the war against the Muban Empire, just so that we could actually have somebody to humiliate after the war. So, yeah. And my dog is still snoring in the background. But after that engagement that we just had at the end of the last part, I now am sending my fleet home to get some repairs done. While I also go ahead and get ready to build some more stuff. So I gotta build 6 cruisers. Whoops. Well, there's 3. I'm not going to bother with the destroyers. I just think they are far too weak at this point to be really worth bothering with anymore. So, let me see. We're getting... There should be 2 ticking war score every month. Because it's 0.5 per war goal. So, 2 from down here. There's also the length of war modifier that's going down. I think that goes down on a monthly basis, though I could be wrong. Okay, looks like it's not a monthly basis. Maybe it's every couple of months, I don't know. I've never really paid too much attention to the length of war modifier. Oh, and somebody just rivaled me. I didn't pay attention to who it was, though, actually. I probably should have. Oh, well. Too late now. I don't know who it was. Was it you? No. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is why you actually look at the things when it tells you somebody decided to rival you. Okay, I think it's these guys, the Sovereign Realms. Why do I think it's them? They're the only ones I can think of. Got the Alien Zoo, wonderful. Let's go ahead and get Secrets of Life. I would love to get the Science and Technology Center on our capital for the +3 to research alternatives and +25% research speed to all of our research. So that'll kick these up fairly high. We just learned about how to build alien zoos. So let's go ahead and build some alien zoos. There is actually a tier 2 version of that we will get access to later, as a result of one of the mods I'm using. I don't know which one it is off the top of my head. I think it's the Ancient Buildings mod. But I could be wrong about that. Once you guys are done repairing, I'm going to send you back out. Probably going to finish off that Lemugian Confederation fleet, and then I'll probably fly you up into the Muban Empire. Uh, 12 months and we'll get antimatter shields, and then another 45 months and we'll have legit carriers. Once I research the actual carriers, I'll probably be straight up scrapping all of our light carriers. But that is still 50 months away, so that's why I am actually going to replace our light carriers. Now, the reason why I will be completely ignoring light carriers going forward once we have carriers is because why would I bother with the light carriers? The normal carriers fill that same role with more strike craft. Well, I'm pretty sure they got more strike craft. I know they got more weapon slots because they're just bigger. And then carriers can get upgraded to super carriers. You did something against somebody. I don't know who these guys are. Where are you? Oh, that's you. See, you guys keep changing your damn names so often. I'm used to the names you guys had in my personal save, and now you got different names because you keep changing them every so often, and half the time you don't change them to the same names. Oh god, it's annoying. Okay, let's go ahead and deal with these guys. They're trying to bomb this world, and technically I think they are bombing it, but they are doing such a shit job at it that they're not decreasing the planetary fortifications enough. Now you guys will be happy that I freed you from slavery, so I shouldn't really need the armies here for the most part. A couple might still need to be left behind just to help make sure you guys don't try and do anything, but for the most part I think you'll be fine without an army there. Actually, you know what? I might not even need to go up here. It's 2 a month, which means 8, or excuse me, well, now it's 3 more months. So, yeah, you know what? I don't actually have to go up there and fight the Muban Empire. Our ticking war score is enough to result in me being able to enforce all my demands. This lies to you, I just want to note. This, they have a minus 22% desire to accept it, is a complete and utter lie, because once you have 100% war score, it doesn't matter what this number is supposed to be. Basically, 100% war score, I guess, adds another modifier here. I've never really looked at it, but I guess it adds another modifier that's probably like a plus 1,000 to willing to accept. You know what? Because I've never bothered looking at it, but there's that discrepancy in these numbers, I think I will actually look at it this time before I actually send the deal. Just because. But first things first, let's go ahead and blow up another Lumagan. How the hell did you guys get a colony ship? You guys aren't allowed to get colony ships. You don't have a spaceport.
System reconnaissance completed.
No. Turn. Go. Engage. Where the hell did you get this? It's a waste of minerals either way. I think an emergency FTL'd. That's an old modifier, or that's an old one, game. I don't know why you just gave me that combat report. Apparently somebody's been slacking. Let's go ahead and move into this part of our empire. Although I can get through over here now once I end this war.
System reconnaissance completed. System reconnaissance completed.
That is a lot of minerals in this system, and no, it doesn't have the crystalline asteroid thing, so we're not going to get that event where all of our mining stations there get blown up as a result of the event firing that results in these creatures coming out of the crystal asteroids. Yes, how does this work? And of course, now it doesn't tell me, but yes, it basically adds a plus 1,000. It removes the old modifiers and adds a plus 1,000. That's what I thought. So, oh, they wanted to liberate a world of mine. They said, if you're going to liberate our worlds, we're going to liberate your worlds. Okay. This is fine with me. So, we will finish off the Lemugian Confederation, formerly the Lemugian Star Empire, or something like that. And we'll liberate these two systems, who will hopefully be so happy to be liberated that they'll be willing to become our vassal. And even if they're not, frankly, I don't care too much, but I would love for them to become my vassal, because, you know, I had to do work to liberate them. So I can get the defensive pact. I can't quite get the... You know what? Fine. We'll get the defensive pact for now. And we'll get the research agreements. I'll ship you guys some energy credits because you guys value those, because your economy is non-existent, mostly as a result of you just having gotten liberated. We'll trade star charts as well, just for the hell of it. And eventually you'll be willing to become my vassal. Because I liberated you. I'm going to open my borders to you. No reason for me to have them closed. I don't know how long the recently liberated modifier exists for. Because, yeah, it's not a thing here. Yeah, that'll be something we have to figure out. So they are the hierarchy of Kolshuto. How big is this sector down here? A little bit too big. Also, no colonizing for you anymore. Damn it. Oh, no, that's my world, I forgot. You can have everything around it, though. Okay, there we go. And you guys are also going to actually get the research focus. And no colonizing. And yes, 2 of our governors are substance abusers, because of course they are. Oh, now they decide they don't like that. Fuck you guys, seriously? Now you guys don't like that offer? Let's try this again then.
Permanent communications have been established with an alien empire.
There we go. Now they're willing to say yes to that. Yeah, again, I don't know how long the recently liberated lasts for. Oh, and the Mubon Empire just declared us a rival.
Construction complete.
Yeah, technically these guys have a truce with the Lemugian Confederation, I believe. Because I'm pretty sure we know of everybody who's not a fallen empire at this point. I know there's a fallen empire here, there's one here. I assume there's one up here, because that's a very weird looking blob, or empty space between these 3 empires. Yeah, there must be something there blocking them. So I think we got 3 fallen empires in this game. One here, and I assume one up here. Open the Xanid suzerainty, just close their borders to me. Which is a dick move when we have a defensive pact. I just want to note that. I don't think you should be allowed to close your borders to somebody when you have a defensive pact with them. You should have to break your defensive pact if you want to be able to close your borders to them. But whatever, game. You know, if you want to allow stupid shit like that, be my guest, but it definitely makes no sense. You know, it is weird that I can't ask to become their vassal. Because we have a friendly attitude, which for some reason prevents it. Very weird, doesn't make any sense to me. Okay, yeah. Because you're a level 7 ruler, we get plus 10% to trust growth with our neighbors, or, well, just anything that can generate trust. Okay. Now I could go to war with the purifiers down here now as a result of bordering them. And we might do that, but not right this second. First things first, to get our fleet in order. Because, you know, it is missing a number of things. So, yeah. We're gonna want to get those two together. Six months and we'll get better shields. Okay. So we got 5, 6, 7, 8 cruisers, which means I only need 2 more. So let's go ahead and queue those up. And then we're going to be building up our second fleet, I think. Because at this point, everyone around us is going to start hating us. And so, having a second fleet will be very helpful in allowing me to do things. Mubon Empire lost and was forced to cede a bunch of planets. So, Ronian Consciousness is done with their war, and we'll... yeah, they're gonna come to hate us. Border friction. Yes, I should go in here and try and start taking people off these worlds. Again, I believe this world I can take everybody off without any real problems, yeah. You guys... a fairly small population, so I can get almost everybody off of that planet. Candle Crush. Get everybody over here. Get the general off the planet. And then just, oops, take as many of these guys into space as possible. Who's closest? You are. Go and research all the projects here.
Construction complete. System reconnaissance completed.
Rivalry is ended between the Mubon Empire and the United Wubuk Commonalities. Whoever the hell those guys are. Oh, Ronian Consciousness took a... wow, Ronian Consciousness is ballsy. They took a planet, or a system, right next door to the Mubon Empire capital. I hope they realize they can't defend the planet, so if it rebels, that was a terrible idea. So, you know, stupid AI is taking into account the fact that it is playing a hyperlanes only game, and as a result, it is impossible to defend this planet once the truce is over with the Mubon Empire, because their fleet will not be able to go there anymore. They won't be able to even send transport fleets in to liberate the world, though they are... yeah. I don't think they actually care now that I look at it, because apparently they have turned all the people on the planet into livestock and are eating them. So, okay, never mind. They really don't care. No, they're disassembling the robots, and they are eating the organics. I don't call you guys being a devouring swarm. you're a hive mind and a collective consciousness, but apparently you've decided to eat anything that's not you. Apparently. Okay then. Yeah. Up, and the Confederated Suns just took a massive chunk of land off of the purifiers. So, again, Democratic Crusaders that we're going to have to deal with. And they're coming for us, clearly. Or at least that's what it appears to be. Mubon Empire has rivaled you. And I've got the Defensive Pact. Ooh, the Ley Systems have decided to guarantee your independence. You know what? I'm going to let the game continue running, but I'm going to use my phone real quick to try and check and see how long the recently liberated modifier runs for. Because I honestly don't know how long it runs for. So... Stellaris, recently liberated.
Construction complete.
Apparently lasts for 20 years. So that's going to be annoying, to say the least.
Anomaly found.
Yeah, go ahead and check it out. It's only a 5% chance of failure. And by failure, I mean death, because that's generally what seems to happen.
Science Division report success.
Wonderful. I assume that's our shields. I can go ahead and move on to even better shields, but I think I'm going to go ahead and take the better reactors. Although I would like to get this, because I need all three. I need this unlocked 3 times. Once through physics, once through society, and once through engineering, to be able to actually build the Science Technology Center. Or rather, upgrade what it currently is to the Science Technology Center. But I'm really gonna need better power plants, I believe, if I'm gonna equip our ships with the better shields. Although, of course, I could check that now. Before I do it, I'm gonna swap that out for that, but... whoops. Actually, maybe we'll be fine. Would a small do? No, small sadly doesn't quite do it, so I'll have to replace a medium. Don't really care how you're designed, and I'm just going to go ahead and let you upgrade as you see fit going forward. And same with you. Strike Cruiser, can you afford these? If I replace one of these small versions with a small reactor, yes. Don't care how you're designed, don't really care how you're designed. Light carriers. You know, if we're fine with our reactors, which appears to be the case for the most part, I haven't really had to swap out many things for reactor space. So in that case, game, then never mind. We won't go for the better reactors right this second. We will go actually for the space-time theory. Oh, and you just turned these guys into a protectorate. Yeah, so this lasts for 20 years. When did I liberate you guys? I think that would have been last year, 2276. Actually, I can check by just seeing how long my truce with you lasts for. Yes, so it should be around 2296 when I will eventually be able to turn these guys into a vassal. Assuming they haven't joined the Federation that's going to form against me.
Construction complete.
Also, it appears the Muban Empire and these guys have the same colors or something, because the Union map mode... Yeah, there's no difference between them. That or the subdued border mod doesn't really work particularly well with the more colors mod. Maybe it's not able to actually represent some of those colors. I don't know. And so maybe it's forced to use the vanilla equivalent of it. Yeah, I really don't know. Well, we'll have to figure that out later, because, yeah, these guys have very similar colors. And Democratic Crusaders just declared war on the Chiplik sovereignty. So, they're going to take a chunk out of these guys as well.
Federal Cooperation Treaty.
Oh, see, there we go. See, I knew it was going to happen. It always does. They've created the Star Pact. No, check that out. And then... Oh. Damn it. Okay, stop. Check that out. Survey the system. And you know what, that's it. You don't have to upgrade right this second. You know, I probably should get you guys to build spaceports. Because I kind of need the space anyway. Or I'm going to need the naval capacity, so... Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. This is the other one. Now, can I take anybody off of this world? Yes, I can. Oh, some of the Ergizians decided to move down here, apparently. I won't complain about that. They are, I think, overall slightly more loyal to us. And then you... Yeah. Oh, well, it's probably partly because I forgot to tell you to build their defensive armies there, apparently. Okay, and I'm actually going to remove your rally point. Federation Association statuses are starting to occur. And I'm going to go ahead and have the game build me a couple of battleships. Seven.
Special project complete.
Yeah, that would be 7. Okay, come on. One more game. I've got a couple more I need to build. Okay, well, you know, that's a decent number for now. We have not met, sadly, any of the artisan, or excuse me, the trader enclaves, which are apparently also changing in Stellaris 2.0 to be monthly deals rather than these one at a time. So you basically say, hey, we'll give you 100 energy credits a month, and in exchange they'll give you 50 minerals or whatever.
Construction complete.
I need 2 more battleships. So we're almost there, game. Oh. These guys just got association status with the Star Pact. I guess the Ronian consciousness isn't particularly liked right now. Let me check that. Pinion map mode. Actually, reverse that, excuse me. Yes, the members of the Star Pact are not fans of the Ronian consciousness in this game because the Ronian consciousness just took a bunch of planets off of the Muban Empire, and so that's upped their threat, along with some border friction with some of the members, I guess. And so, also, they're probably not a big fan of the whole eating people thing. That's not helping. Because in my personal game, the Ronian Consciousness, who renamed themselves the Ronian Unity for whatever reason, yeah, they were in the Federation that was formed against me before. But now, they clearly can't be in it. Or at least it's unlikely that they'll ever be allowed in, because I think you need a majority to be accepted into a Federation. And if... is it a majority? I don't know, actually. But I think if any one member hates you too much, it is impossible for you to even ask to join. But I think you only actually need a majority to be allowed in. But yeah, Ronian Consciousness is going to be on their own, so they might be our next war target just because nobody cares about them. At least right now nobody does. But because they're a hive mind, when I invade them, all their people are going to get start getting purged. Which means I'll have to move my people there, build robots or whatever, just to make sure the worlds don't become abandoned. And I'd rather the worlds not become abandoned, because then I have to go recolonize it, which, oh god, I don't want to do that, to be completely honest. Oh, this part's is almost at 32 minutes. Yeah, we're going to go and end this here. So, let me go ahead and just queue some things up, though, first. Actually... you know what? No, I want to go ahead and get this other battleship in the queue. So 433, that's what I needed. Oh, you're done. Go ahead and go back to Auto Explore. Yeah, I think our next target might be the Ronian Consciousness. Of course, I do need to break my defensive pact with them first, so there's going to be a 10-year wait after that, so that might not be the case. I might go for the lay systems. Assuming they're not in the Federation by that point, which I don't think they will be. I think I'll be able to get one war with these guys before they join the Federation, because I can declare war on them in 2281. What is their opinion like? Yeah, I don't know. I might be cutting a little bit close. I think I'll have to declare war on these guys almost immediately upon being given the ability to do so. Oh, and yeah, with that insult, I'm definitely going to enjoy killing them. I mean, yes, our Grand Marshal is 85 years old, but I had one that was like 130. God, I don't know how the hell she was still alive. In fact, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to go and save this and show you guys that. You guys are sort of going to get a little sneak peek of what our future could look like. Although, I think in this game it'll be slightly better, because things have turned out a little bit differently, in a way that I think is also slightly better for me. Namely, the Ronian Consciousness winning a war against the Mubot Empire has basically forced them to be on their own going forward, I think. So, let's see. A taste of what our future could look like in 2326. With, obviously, some changes, but the rough effect is the same. And this save's going to take forever to load. Hopefully it doesn't. So, what we could be looking at is this, which is a absolutely hideous looking empire, I want to note. But, okay, excuse me, she's 125 years old. Yeah. This was the ruler that replaced the one that we currently have in our actual save. And she's got a flagship named after her, because why the hell not? The actual class of the flagship, though, is named after our admiral of the First Fleet, which I think is the same admiral we currently have in charge. So, yeah, she's been around for a while. But yes, we are looking at 140k fleets in the future, with lots and lots of kinetic artillery, jump drives, kinetic hammers, which are the tier 3 version of the kinetic X weapons that are added as a result of TFW's ship parts mod. Oh, actually, you know, while we're here, let's go and actually check, does the tier 4 work? No, tier 4 still doesn't work. Yeah. The tier 4 shield amplifier still does not have the power generation. I know the mod changed it to where they said they were removing the increase in fire rate and shield regeneration, because it used to eventually be better than the shield capacitor, because there is a tier 5 version of this, I believe. And there might be a tier 6, but don't quote me on that. Tier 5, I know, yeah, used to get it up to 50% shield regeneration while also giving you the power generation and the fire rate. At least I think it used to give the power generation. Maybe it never did. But yeah, I don't know why it doesn't have the power generation anymore after tier 3. It's the reason why my ships are equipped with tier 3, even though I could give them tier 4. Because why would I want to give them something that loses shield generation? I mean, some of these ships need the shield generation. Of course, other ones don't, and yes, this is our fake flagship. It is a battleship, basically, but it's a single section. And the ship power plants mod doesn't work with it. So that's why this is crap, because I need 4 large tri-singularity reactors and 1 medium tri-singularity reactor to even power it. But then we got our actual flagship with tons and tons of power. And the thing is, sadly, I can't actually get this power down. It's just not possible. If I slap a shield on it, now I'm in the negative. So, yeah. But this is what we're looking at in the future, is things like this. Absolutely massive, namely that flagship. And then, yeah, slightly larger. We got our carrier somewhere in here. Yeah, there's our carrier. With the super carrier slots. Yeah, I can't wait till we get this in the actual game. Or in the actual Let's Play. But eventually we'll get it. Eventually we will get it. And oh boy, will I be happy when that happens. So, yeah. But I will see you all in the next part, because this is not where we are right now. I think I have these guys going back to upgrade. Yeah, so they can actually get the kinetic, the tier 3 kinetic artilleries. It's the Gauss artillery, as it's called. But yes, this is what we're looking at potentially in the future, although slightly better, because, yeah, we were able to liberate some stuff. The Ironians conquered part of the Muban Empire, and so they're not allowed in the... They probably will not be allowed, at least, in the Federation, so... This is a potential future, roughly, of what we will see later down the line, but it's not our future, because, yeah, things are playing out a little differently. Being different. Which is one thing I actually like about Stellaris. I do actually really like the random tech tree. Well, the weighted tech tree is probably a better way to describe it, because it is actually weighted. It's not 100% random. You know, the game's not going to toss at you saying, hey, you want to research tachyon lances in 2100? Or, excuse me, in like 2250? Yeah, no. Game's not going to do that, but... So it's not completely random, but it is weighted. But yes, so that's what our future could look like, though slightly better. Because the Ronian consciousness will be easy to invade because they will have no friends. And it's fun to invade people that have no friends, so partly just because they can't really fight back. But yes, so I will see you all in the next part. But until then, goodbye. And quick reminder that if you enjoy the content on the channel, I do have a Patreon. Link to that in the description if you want to join it. If you do, you get early access to these videos. How long is that early access? Well, that depends upon when the video goes live. But I typically upload them and post them on my Patreon Saturday or Sunday, depending upon time. Or, well, whether or not I was able to render it in time. But yes, so I will see you all in the next part, where we will be declaring war on probably the ley systems. If they join the Federation, we'll break our defensive pact with the Ronian consciousness and prepare to invade them instead. But we will be building up our second fleet, I believe, starting in the next part. Actually, I say that. We actually technically already started building it up because we're building the battleships for it right now. But we will continue building up our second fleet is actually the better thing to say. And so, yes, I think at this point we will be going to war on a much more consistent basis as a result of just the way things are playing out differently, and the fact that I don't need to be friends with people anymore. I am powerful enough to basically push back against any of our neighbors. I mean, some of them will put up a bit of a fight, but other ones are going to be pushovers. So, yeah. I think at this point we're going to be doing a lot more wars, or being in a war more often at least. So I'll see you all in the next part, but until then, a goodbye and farewell. And I already saved, so no need. And so, yeah. Until next time.